Guys, the weather is warming up, and you know what that means? Steak, my friends. Steak, steak, steak. Hey, today I want to show you how I like to do my steaks on the Blackstone Griddle. Let's get started. That's some good groceries. Alrighty, get our apron on here. A little messy sometimes. Got a couple nice ribeyes. I like a ribeye. One thing I do like to try to find is, you got this piece of meat right here. But you see this piece right here? It comes apart real easy, so be real careful. But that's called a spinalis, and that is the butcher's cut. A lot of times butchers will save those for themselves. Super tender, super flavorful. Got a lot of nice fat in it. I mean, it's more tender than like a filet, y'all. And that's what I look for whenever I am searching out my ribeyes. Plus, I want to make sure there's some nice marbling all throughout. You can see right here, this is going to be flavorful. It's got a nice spinalis around the top, and then nice marbling through the body. It's going to be some good groceries, y'all. I'm going to show you how I season this up. I want to come in first with a little bit of kosher salt. I'm not going to do a whole lot of kosher salt here because we're going to come in with a little bit of Blackstone High Plains seasoning. I haven't used this a whole lot, but I really have liked it on steaks. Normally my go-to is the Blackstone Blackened season, but this High Plains steak is pretty good also. Ribeyes are my favorite. Now, some people don't like a ribeye. They like others. I'd love to know down below, what's your favorite cut of steak? Filet, sirloin, ribeye, New York strip? I'd love to know. Let me know. The sides, folks. Don't neglect these sides. And a lot of times you'll have some extra just on the board. And just take and run the steak around those sides. There we go. All right, we're gonna let those set. We'll set those to the side about 10 minutes. It's gonna come up temperature a little bit. That's a good thing. We're gonna let that salt draw out that moisture some. Let that seasoning just kind of mingle on the outside of that meat. Now let's talk about a veggie. I like vegetables. Asparagus might be my most favorite vegetable. And as you saw, I just kind of bent these asparagus and it kind of broke right where you need it to. These are really hardy. You can't really eat that bottom piece. So this is a little trick I like to do. They always come, or most of the time they come, at least where I'm at, they come with these rubber bands. These rubber bands are awesome to use as well. Let me get these steaks over here so you can see. So I got a nice guideline right here, okay? And chances are about all these asparaguses are going to be about the same part. So I bring the rubber band just right there where my cut line is. That way I'm not chasing all these things around on my cutting board, try to throw them away. If you want, you can throw them away, you can make a stock out of them, but like I said, save that rubber band. I probably got hundreds of them. So, asparagus prep is done, and we're gonna go over onto the Blackstone. We're gonna get things cooking. Let's go. All right, to get things started, we're gonna use a little bit of avocado olive oil blend, get that onto a pre-warmed griddle, and we're gonna put our asparagus onto the griddle. Want to fan that out just to make sure all the asparagus tips have a piece of that griddle. I'm going to come in with a little bit of kosher salt and a few cracks of pep. A little pep. I like a good amount of pepper on my asparagus. So really, just season it however you like. Personally, I'm just a salt and pepper kind of guy on my asparagus. After about a minute or so, you just want to toss the asparagus around. Make sure all the asparagus tips have some salt, some pepper, a little bit of that oil. And now, we're going to focus our attention right here to the middle of the griddle. Right now, it's kind of hot, but it's not as hot as I'd like. I had all of my burners on low. I'm going to ramp these up in the middle to high, all right? All right, we've let this griddle come up to temperature in the middle. You can see nice wisps of smoke coming off. Want to add just a little bit of oil, maybe about a tablespoon. That's that olive oil, avocado oil blend. Just to get things loosey-goosey. I'll let that kind of warm up slightly. Got our beautiful ribeyes right here. You hear that sizzle? You want to hear that sizzle. Give it a nice little old pat. Old pat, y'all know. Good old boy or girl. You want to make sure you have a nice contact patch to that griddle top. Now, once you get these on, you really don't want them to sit here in this one spot for very long. I like to flip these probably about every, depends, 30 to 45 seconds to a minute or so. And that's to help just gradually cook each side. If not, you're going to have a band, a gray band, your medium rare. We're going medium rare, and then gray band. This will help get medium rare kind of red all the way through. Just keep on flipping. It's a little bit of a labor intensive thing, but it's well worth it. All right, it's been about 30-45 seconds. Again, it's not going to have a whole lot of caramelization because, well, you didn't have it on there long enough. Another pro tip, don't put it back in the same spot. Try to go to another spot. Got a little spot right here that hasn't had anything. As you see, it's doing pretty good. Got this one right here. Want to come about right there, all right? That way, the temperature dropped right where those steaks were, and you're putting them into a new spot. We're gonna use this time to check on our asparagus. Y'all doing all right? They said they're doing good. They good, they good. All right, we flipped these several times. Now, the internal temperature is about 120 degrees, 125 degrees. We're gonna take these off, let those rest over on our cutting board. We got this nice fond kind of on our Blackstone. We're gonna take advantage of it. Hold on 1 minute here. Oh yeah. Gotta get this pocket butter. I know all y'all out there probably got, it's like a pocket knife, but it's pocket butter. I want to take a big old hunk and just put right onto our griddle. I have turned the griddle off actually. I got some fresh thyme and some fresh rosemary right out of my garden. And I got a couple cloves of garlic. And we're gonna make just a little bitty board sauce is what I like to call it. Just infuse that butter with that garlic, that thyme, that rosemary. Get all that fond off of the top of the Blackstone. Pull it all in. It's got some of that grease from the steak as well. We're also going to use this time to pay attention to our asparagus. We're going to finish it off. I know y'all been waiting. I'm going to take a little bit of, this is just unsalted chicken stock. Gives it a nice little body of flavor. I want to take a lemon. Love lemon on my asparagus also. And what that stock does, you put it over onto the top, onto the griddle top, it just kind of reduces. The lemon juice cuts through, makes it nice and vibrant. Woohoo! You can also put a little bit of lemon juice in this mixture of your garlic and your rosemary and thyme. Now, one thing I like to do is once the garlic kind of cooks just a little bit, just chop it up. You're just kind of roasting garlic right onto the griddle top. And it's just going to be amazing. Amazing. Our asparagus is done. Just going to put that over onto our cutting board. We're going to bring these lovely steaks right over to our griddle top. We have this sauce. Oh boy, oh boy. I like some of that sauce. Just in a dang teacup and drink it. Woo, doggies. Oh man. Man, oh man. Boy, this is the best time about cooking old steak. This is how I like to come in and cut up my steak. I like to serve it family style with my family, or if we're having people over, that kind of deal. But I like to separate that spinalis that kind of comes on that top, that part that I like. And then there's a bottom piece also that I'll separate. And you know, it just makes everything a lot nice and neat, especially because you got company coming over, right? We'll put that up there. And now we're just going to cut this up. There we go. Boy, this is tender. And now for the reveal. Boo, yeah. Ooh, let's give this a try. I'm going to come in here with some of that board sauce. Oh man. Mm-hmm. This does not disappoint. I'll guarantee that. Got to get a little bit of that spinalis. Got to get it. That's my jam. That's my jam. Look at that. Look at that piece right there. Nice, soft, supple. So good. Got this asparagus over here. Love it, love it, love it. Let's give it a try. It works too. Works. Oh. Sometimes I like a little grated Parmesan on my asparagus too when I get done. Got those all on your board. Sprinkle your little Parmesan on it. It's really good. I'll give it another try. Y'all, it's pretty simple. A few awesome tips for you to use whenever you do steaks on your Blackstone. I appreciate you watching. Hey, want to spotlight some Griddle Nation folks. We got the Rose's Backyard Barbecue. Look at him over on Instagram. He's doing a lot of awesome things. Hey, I appreciate you being a part of Griddle Crew. I appreciate each and every one of you being part of Griddle Nation. Hey, be sure to share all your recipes and tag any of us in your videos also. Hey, head on over to the Blackstone Network where you'll see other awesome videos just like this. Hey, I'm Matt Hussey, and that's some good groceries.